Hello students, we have seen the concept of flexibility coefficient, that is method of consistent deformation. Okay, this is a force method. We have seen the concept in last class. Now we are going to solve a problem which is based on prop cantilever. Okay, so let's see a question. Now here we have to determine the reaction components in the prop cantilever. Determine the reaction components in the propped cantilever as shown in figure. Okay, and EI is constant. EI is constant throughout. So it's a propped cantilever with one end roller and there is a point load acting 30 kilonewton here. This particular span A is equal to 2 meter and this span B is equal to 3 meter, and this is a 30 kilonewton load. Let us label the beam A, B. Okay, now let us see how do we consider. Let us convert this beam. Okay, let us consider a determinate beam subjected to loads first. So first we'll see the load component and then we'll again draw a figure which is determinate beam subjected to redundant force. Okay, so let's draw. Here we are going to consider a load factor and then the next we are going to consider a redundant force. Okay, now here a load 30 kilonewton is acting. So because of load, obviously it will bend like this. Okay, it will deflect. So let's draw a deflected shape. Okay, it will be a smooth curve. Let's draw a smooth curve. Okay, so it will deflect like this. Now here this is 30 kilonewton. So exactly below the load, if you see, we can call this particular distance. Okay, this is a delta 1. Let us call it as delta 1. This is delta 1 and this particular, okay, this is the slope theta 1. This is delta 1. Okay, now here what is this particular length? Now if this is a theta, what is this length? It will be, this is total B. Okay, so we can write it as B into theta 1. Okay, this particular ordinate is, we can write it as B into theta 1. Now let us see the next case. Okay, so this is our determinate beam subjected to load. This is our determinate beam subjected to load. Now let's see next case of redundant force. So here also, this is also our determinate beam subjected to redundant force. Determinate beam subjected to redundant. So it is RB here. Okay, here I am drawing arrows. Okay, this is RB, support reaction RB. So because of it, it will again deflect like this. Okay, let us call this deflection as delta. Okay, now here we know that RB at B, it is taken as the redundant force and hence the resulting basic determinate structure, it is a, we can see it is a cantilever. Now in a cantilever, deflection and rotations under the load P acting at a distance a from the fixed end. Okay, if you see a case of a cantilever, so deflection and rotation, okay, deflection and rotation under the, if we consider any load P acting at a distance a from the fixed end, okay, suppose we consider it as a load P, so acting at a distance a, so how we are going to write it? Okay, so deflection and rotation under the load P, so we can write it as PL cube, you know PL cube by 3EI, so we can write it as PA cube by 3EI. This will be our deflection. Okay, and rotation, how it will be the rotation? Rotation we can write it as PA square by 2EI. Okay, so here we can write delta 1. Delta 1 is equal to PA cube by 3EI. So what is P? P here is nothing but 30 kilonewton. 30 into A is 2. So 2 cube by 3EI. So this becomes 80 by EI. This is 80 by EI. Okay. Now what is rotation? Rotation is PA square by 2EI. PA square by 2EI. So we can write it as 30 into A square. A means 2 here. So let me just write 2. 2 square by 2EI. So this becomes 2 will get cancelled here. So 60 by EI. Okay. Therefore, deflection at B. Therefore, deflection at B will be, we have to add both. Okay. We will add both 80 by EI plus 60 by EI into 3. Okay. Into 3. So we have added both deflections. B into theta 1 plus delta. Okay, B into theta 1 plus delta 1. Sorry, this B into this total deflection. Okay, delta 1 plus B into theta 1. This is the B value. And delta 1 we already got it as 80 by EI. So when we substitute all values, we get it as 260 by EI and it is downward. Okay, this is 260 by EI, it is downward. Now, deflection at B due to RB. Let us see what is the deflection at B due to RB. Okay, so for this, let us write down deflection at B due to RB. So it is equal to PL cube by 3I again. PL cube by 3I. P is nothing but RB here. So RB into 5 cube by 3EI, and this is upward. Now, from the consistency equation, we have to compare this. 260 by EI is equal to this portion. Okay, so let us compare from the consistency requirement, where we have to compare equation. Let us name it as equation number 1 and 2. Compare 1 and 2. Equation number 1 and 2. So when we compare it, we get RB is equal to 6.24 kilonewton. Okay, you do the calculation and calculate. So when RB is equal to 6.24, how much will be RA? RA will be load acting on the beam is 30 kilonewton minus RB 6.24. So our answer is 23.76 kilonewton. Now finally at the end of the problem we have to calculate what is the moment. So moment at A, what are the loads available? RB into 5, okay, that is anti-clockwise minus, and RA this 30 into 2. So RB into 5 minus 30 into 2. So this gives us answer minus 28.8 kilonewton meter. Okay. So that is a negative, means it is hogging. Okay. So 28.8 kilonewton. We can rewrite it as saying that and hogging. Okay, students. So hope you understood this problem. So when such beam is there, okay, prop cantilever with some load is acting, so we divide that beam into two parts. First part, we consider what is the deflection and rotation because of this particular load. So we have considered the deflection is delta 1, and because of the rotation, it is rotation arc length is what? B. Okay, that particular length by theta 1. Okay, so that is, then we calculate first delta 1, then b theta 1. Okay, we already have this. So delta 1 is nothing but PL cube by 3EI, and theta rotation, you have to remember this formula. It is P a square by 2EI. So this is delta 1, this is theta 1. Okay, so this rotation, these formulas you have to remember. Once you know them, then we got the total deflection. Okay, total deflection we have calculated. Once we get the total deflection, then we go to the second case. So that is what is the upper deflection. Okay, so for this, then we have calculated again using PL cube by 3EI formula. Then with this, we have compared equation number 1 and 2, and we have calculated reaction, support reaction. So once you get one support reaction, then we have simply used Ra plus Rb is equal to 30 kilonewton. Okay, so this is a basic equilibrium equation we have used. Summation of forces in y direction is 0. So when we know this equation, then simply substitute values and get the Ra Rb. Once you get the reactions, then we can easily calculate the moment. Okay. So hope you understood this particular problem. Thanks for listening. Thank you.